your most powerful ability in the game acquired, the run is going to get quite a bit more crazy very soon.
Absolutely massive, Toadette. Grips just took a few deaths getting sent back to that safety station.
I heard you guys like lore, right? Well, we have go fast left, we have go fast up with enemy, we have go fast down, and now we have go fast up without enemy. Charge jump acquired.
And welcome everyone on the new Ori and the Blind Forest tournament. The 2022 tournament, this is the round of 16 and we will be witnessing a magnificent duel between Mattermonkey and Lusther. Both players are very good. They succeeded at winning their first match. I'm Absogami and I will be your host today along with Lion.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match for sure. It's definitely gonna be good, and we're gonna see what these heroes can do in this match in the round of 16. Mattermonkey 12th versus Lusther 5th. You can tell, even though both those Ps aren't updated, there's still a big difference. Lusther's current PP is just a 28th, 28.56. Where Matters is mid 31, so it's still a big difference there, about 2.5 minutes. So you'd expect Lusther to be favored, but not necessarily, as anything can happen in this match for sure.
Yeah, Lusther has a lot more experience. Look at this categories list. You can fill a dictionary with this. But yeah, Mattermonkey is not to be underestimated. He's got a pretty good PB now, like 21.35. And well, I think he's been pretty consistent all along the qualifiers with 58, sorry, average time. Both players are keyboard and mouse players, so they're very equal on this side. And both have played a few other games, though Lusther has played much more games, like, I don't know, Mark of the Ninja, Shrek 2. These are some pretty nice runs that he did on Marathon. So maybe since he's got experience on Marathon, he will have less nerves than his opponent.
The thing that we love before this race is that Matter has said that he hasn't had a ton of time to practice recently, so that could also affect things, meaning that he probably might not be as experienced. But as I said, yeah, it's been pretty consistent, so we'll see as we're gonna get started in just a few seconds here. Matter on the left, Lusther on the right, and we're off into Glades, skipping the prologue, and off over to the left once Ori wakes up.
Some things we can say about Lusther is that recently he practiced a lot, but he added a lot of new strats in this run, so we might see some spaghetti on Lusther's side since he's not completely consistent on every single one of these new strats, but is planning to do them anyway during the race.
So we'll keep an eye out for that when that comes later. As you're saying, Lusther has had a lot of time recently to practice and it's more time and experience. So he's probably definitely feeling confident coming into this, especially with the difference of these runners' times. But as I've said many times before in other races, anything can happen. So we'll see what happens in this one.
Both runners are now reaching the first ability in the game, so this is something you absolutely need if you're playing glitchless categories. This is Sign. Sign is, well, gives you the ability Spirit Flame, which allows you to hit enemies, and there they're going to use it immediately to kill the Frankies here very quickly with a nice chains, with nice chains of attack, and well, they're both synced right now, so there's no mistake on either side for the early race. and we might see some interesting things in the coming minutes.
So far has been good. Sign hasn't missed any shots. That's a good sign for now at the start, as we're now going to be making our way through the rest of Glades. Lusther with just a tiny lead, 1 to 2 seconds now, coming into Glades. We get the first keystone, and says HP setup. Nice to get the damage boost and get up for the key to the ghost store after picking up both the keys. Both of them have gotten down to 1 HP. Lusther gonna put the key in the door, and Matter to follow just after. And now we're gonna see both runners hopefully going over to the right to get a 4th health cell. Nice extra safety, not entirely required, but is really nice as Lusther gets an unfortunate
OG
health drop
energy.
there. Yep, or that's nice energy, but still in a bit of a lead as we move down here over to the left and over to our second skill, wall jump.
So Glades is a very interesting place since, well, there are tons of micro-optimization, but you just don't see them. Like, if you're not experienced enough, you don't know what Lusther did better than Matter. And, well, even if you've got some experience, sometimes it's hard to say where he saved some time compared to his opponents. Lusther going through the Bramble Wall taking a damage boost here, which means he probably won't go for Flower Skip. Yes, he doesn't. Levels up on the way down, destroying every Bramble on the way, and getting ready to get the second skill, Wall Jump.
Lusther is fine with that level on the way down. He does go for Magnet, so that lack of experience won't really hurt him, as he's be able to get as many as he needs once he gets into BRB. And won't be at the risk of potentially getting too much experience, whereas Matter will be getting it on the way up once we leave wall jump. So not really a big deal, just a tiny bit faster. He gets it right, but still it's totally fine for other side, as Lusther has around a 3-second lead. So here, picking up this experience as Matter's now going to be able to pull up these rambles and make his way out just behind, picks up most of the experience. So it's good for him. So we'll see what that count is. Hopefully it's still right going into BRB.
Yeah, and Mattermonkey may have to pay attention to his XP when reaching BRB, considering he took a lot of XP here. So I don't think he will be going Magnets. I don't know if he plays Magnets on his run usually. Lusther always does. But well, they're reaching BRB now, just moving on the way. Lusther taking a little bit more of an advantage over his opponents. With overall better movements, which is kind of expected from him, considering he has a slightly better PB. Now entering BRB with a save anywhere, level upping a skill when entering BRB to skip the cutscene, reloading, and he's in. Mattermonkey is right behind him. There's like 1 reload between both players, so it's like 4 or 5 seconds difference.
On that, and just both players did grab Magnet Matter, even though it was only 33 experience to level. Did pick up Magnet, so we'll need to just be a bit careful, make sure he doesn't get more than 2 slimes worth of experience in BRB. He does get a 3rd, then he will level up because he has Magnet and he can't avoid any of the experience. So that'd be a bit to worry about, but just that he is able to get strats done well, and as now we're going to see on the right, Lusther is going to be going for some pause floats in BRB to get up to the top a bit faster.
He's been playing very well his BRB. He's very well set up for the fast cycle. Meanwhile, Mattermonkey is doing another strat, the usual one, and Lusther gets the fast cycle here. Very good from him.
Yeah, so what he did there was, while having the menu open and watching the game, it allows him to essentially float across that big gap that normally you'd fall through, and you can do it again one more time here to get up to the top left to grab an extra experience orb here, which he skipped earlier. It allows him to get enough experience here. I'm gonna have to do one more little pause float there to get up to the top, and see he's got a bit of a lead now over Matter, who is now just going to be able to walk up to this platform here, as Lusther's also going to be doing another save anywhere here, which will allow him to do the cutscene stack in this room just a bit faster.
Lusther is now about 8 seconds ahead of his opponent, it's still not quite a big lead. A single mistake could reverse that. He's been playing behind the SA in order to quickly level up on the pedestal down there, and he'll be showing us the cutscene stack to do the blind movements when leaving the area.
So definitely could change if he doesn't quite get the blind movement. He's going to go for the save pretty close to the end, as Matter's going to save at the same place. Going to go for a bit of a different strat. Lusther hits the backflip and does get the blind movement. I believe, yes, he does, and will be able to make his way over to the left, and hopefully
Don't
not
fall,
fall in the pit.
Lusther.
He didn't fall, as
And
Matter's going to go for his reload, and will get it as well. And I believe no Matter actually didn't quite get it, and so he'll be losing a bit of extra time there, as he can't do the blind movement, which will lose him around 9 to 10 seconds more, since he can't get out of here. So that's just a bit of a bit of extra time loss, as we're gonna move over to Frankie Walk. Lusther on the right is walking this Frankie over here, gets stuck, but not low enough that he has to reset, and can just shoot it once, and it will be right back on track. And so Lusther is now gonna make sure that he can get this Frankie, get enough experience to level up, place some energy in the door, place some more energy in the door, then he gets some level up, and go through Death Gauntlet. Very safe and comfortable with Magnet, as gets through as Matter about to do it just as well.
And Lusther going with the Death Glide here, very well played. Getting the energy cell while Mattermonkey is reaching the end of Frankie Walk shouldn't be too difficult for him either, since he's playing Magnet, and now Lusther will be going and trying to get this God Cycle. So God Cycle is a very close cycle here. Does he get it? He does get it. It saves 8 seconds. It's pretty tight. You need to do some very precise movements, dashing, buffering your dashes, and well, Lusther demonstrated perfectly up until now. Oh no, Lusther! Oh my
Save.
god.
We'll have to reload and have to do this again. It's an unfortunate death, but I guess a chance to show if he can do this God Cycle again.
Yeah, 200% consistency. Let's go!
Ooh.
1 frame!
Oh, just 1 frame, don't know.
There is only 1 frame that can kill you on God Cycle here. So either you miss it, you take that 1 frame, or you succeed, and Lusther took the 1 frame, which is devastating. He is now behind his opponents.
Yep. Yeah, Matter didn't quite get the cycle, but is still in the lead here just by a few seconds, though, as Lusther on his 3rd attempt got the cycle 1 more time, as he's going to save this time, as
And he's
Matter
ahead
takes
now.
a death. Yeah, Matter takes a death on the spikes. This jump is very difficult to do, and that's another 6-second death, so they're going to both go down here, go for Matter is going to be going for this blind movement here, so he's actually going to be not even in the lead here, although Lusther will be making some extra time save later on with a different strat. So we're going to see that time when it comes in, but still very, very close for now. Lusther gets hit in the spikes, but we'll be just fine. As both are going to be making their way out of
Very
here.
interesting back and forth here. Lusther has taken back the lead, and he will be taking even more of a lead when reaching Ginso, since he isn't doing the blind movements but the Ginso storage strat, which saves a little bit more than the blind movements, but is sometimes a bit inconsistent. Going for the baguette jump, he misses it, and Mattermonkey takes the lead.
Not going for the baguette jump, whereas Lusther does go for it, gets it the 2nd try, but still that's going to put a bit of a lead there, or Mattermonkey. So not a big difference here, as Matter's now just a bit ahead, climbing these very difficult to climb walls, as the boxes are not very nice sometimes. So Matter going to be moving over to the right, or over to the left, excuse me, as gets his water vein just about 2 seconds ahead now of Lusther. So a very, very close race throughout the early game, and will be making his way up now, climbing some more, and over to the Grotto Teleporter, and then up to Ginso Tree.
And Lusther taking back the lead, and just as you said it, the walls in this area are really not nice with the player. They're just, well, their hitboxes are exactly as they are drawn on the game. So sometimes there are little places on the wall where you just can't jump, or where you can do that double jump movements that climbs faster that we've seen the player doing while climbing here and there. So yeah, sometimes they're very unforgiving. We're seeing now Mattermonkey getting the AC at the top of the tree. Both players have gotten it, which means they will be doing a strat called Terra Break later. Lusther getting to the teleporter, Mattermonkey pulling the rock, ready to get to that teleporter, while Lusther is reaching Ginso entry. Here he will be setting up for first a cutscene skip and then a second cutscene skip, opening the door while taking an ability, and then entering and leaving again with a game storage in order to skip one more cutscene. So 3 cutscenes skipped from Lusther, only 1 will be skipped by Mattermonkey. So Lusther is taking quite the sizable lead right now.
So that makes up for the ability point that Matter used earlier. The double jump tree now doesn't have enough ability points to skip this cutscene, and so we'll have to watch it and take a bit more time in the entrance to the Ginso tree. It's now about a room difference now. Lusther not quite making the cycle he would have wanted in the second room, but does get the second cycle just fine. As let's make his way through the third room as Matter gets hit, but still is going to be able to not fall down, which is going to be very difficult to do, and barely doesn't get hit again as he makes his way up to the third room. As Erasmus cycle here from Lusther going to reset the cycle on the shooter and gets it well done.
Very interesting movements from the health points that just followed Lusther all around the teleporter room. And well, he's set up his HP. He's got 3 HP. That's exactly how many HPs he wants for later tricks. But now he will be facing the mini boss. So sadly, since he's playing Magnet, he doesn't have Quick Flame. So he will have to spend quite a bit of time in this place hitting the boss, getting the 100 XP, and he will be chasing keystones now. Let's hope Mattermonkey doesn't do any mistake either during the boss.
And
Seems
both
to
of
be
them
fine.
having so far, both of them having magnets, so not going to be any difference there, as they're gonna in this Matter just missing the 5 cycle barely. So we'll get to a 6 and has enough energy and the right health, means he's gonna take some damage and save as Lusther gets his keys, goes for the ghost store, and will be making his way over to Bash. As Matter is going to get into the last room, and going to get his keys, and with about a 15-16 second lead here at Bash Tree. A bit more than that actually now. Around
20 seconds.
Like 20 seconds now. So still definitely not a lead that can't be made up. As Lusther going for the double bash here, does need to place a save, so make sure it does save, because otherwise the key dupe won't work. So it does get the save down. This Matter barely doesn't shoot the projectile into the wall. Lusther will get his key dupe done successfully as Matter goes for a save on the lower platform.
I like how Lusther is playing very calmly and sometimes slowly in order not to make a mistake. It's really how you outplay these races, where, well, it's close, but a single mistake would lose so much that, well, just taking the safety, waiting a little bit sometimes, will lose you a few seconds, but clearly not as much as making a single mistake. So Lusther has been very good here, good key dupe, getting a good boss too, no problem here, and he will be reaching out for Stomp, which is the next ability. We didn't talk about Bash, but I think, well, you've seen how it works very well. They're just throwing enemies' projectiles toward, well, the enemies themselves, or they can just bounce on lanterns, enemies, or projectiles. So it's pretty straightforward and easily understandable. Lusther going for some blind movements here. succeeding at these blind movements saves 1 second. 1 second, which really isn't much, but he does it very well, throwing Ringo around the little frog, destroying the floors here, getting the cell quickly, nice, double bash, destroying the roof, and he's entering swamp.
I just want to point out a difference that we saw there after they left Ginso. So there was an XP orb that Mattermonkey picked up, which got him a level up that Lusther did not collect, and so he will instead be getting some more XP later, I believe, at Fast Stomp Plus, which does save a few seconds on Terra Break, and is gonna go for this great fish double bash, and
Crazy
we'll
fish
get that.
strat.
Crazy fish strats, and very difficult to get all those double bashes, but let's get it. Matter took 1 death there on swamp entry, but looking to get it second try and going for the debashless method. But I'm gonna get this time Lusther on his way out. Will doing an extra double bash means that he won't be losing any health here, leaving just a bit of extra safety, and will be making his way out of swamp as Matter makes his way in. So bit of a lead that's growing here, but still Lusther is playing very well, and will be using Ringo with some double bashes to make his way over to the stability cell and over towards here. The lasers are not on for Lusther, so
And Cure cutscene skip right after that.
yep,
So
Kuro
Lusther
cutscene
will
skip
be
coming up.
keeping a
No
cutscene
save.
here. By teleporting with a back towards the projectile, he missed it.
Yep.
This loses 20 seconds. He can retry it, and if it's cleared, it's like 12 seconds lost. Looks
Yeah, but
like
he
he
didn't actually.
isn't planning.
Yeah, he
Oh,
didn't place
right.
a save, so he
Oh, true.
wouldn't be able to retry. So if he would reload there, it would probably put him back almost at Stomp Tree. So probably wouldn't be good, and would definitely lose more than 12 seconds. So
I think he dropped a save near the lasers, just before the lasers. So
yeah, but yeah, so even that save though would still probably
it
lose a bit
isn't
more time. He's
very
going for
optimized.
this crazy double bash strat as well, and gets
Oh
it nicely done.
my,
That
he's
is
so good.
Yeah, that strat is very difficult to do. It's very difficult to get all the double bashes and then be able to stomp the floor before the shot gets in range. You have to bash it as Matter doesn't get Kuro cutscene skip as well.
Yeah, we're getting double dose of lore today. Lusther going for this cutscene skip on the Spirit Tree Teleporter, which means he can't use the Spirit Tree Teleporter anymore, but he saves quite a bit of time. Mattermonkey is going to do a pretty normal strat here. I don't think he will be going for this crazy chain double bash. Lusther just did just a little rekindle, skipping the cutscene and getting cleanly towards charge flame. Lusther stomped a peg, climbing Bali now, getting ready for fast stompless with a little bit of shenanigans here and there, especially since he will be doing the brand new, Kuro cutscene interrupt, I guess you could call it, trick. But first, fast stompless.
So then just a second as he has some nice double bashes to climb up to the top as Matter is going to be skipping the Spirit Tree cutscene and make his way into Valley as well. And so see the Lusther with Stompless here.
Not
Didn't
confident.
like that shot. First shot looked fine to me, but you never know with Stompless shots. And I'm not sure if that one worked, but it might have.
I think this one is very good.
It definitely looked alright. I will get it, and it's gonna do game storage on the reload here, which will allow him to get some movement during this cutscene, and we'll be able to pick up that extra experience and get a level up, and now get some movement over here and be able to pick up the feather just a bit earlier. So he's now on the right position where the feather spawns, so he's gonna be able to pick it up perfectly, but still very well done. It's a very, very difficult trick that's, especially as you said, is very new. So Lusther does get it well done, and it saves about 2.5 seconds with what he's doing, as he's going to be now going up to, unfortunately takes a death. Yep.
Yeah, this thread saves 2.5 seconds. These 2.5 seconds are actually the time it takes to get the energy on the left side here of Zorobash, and well, looks like he's taking it anyway now. Going to bait the bird, going for the normal Soro Bash strat. No problem here, double bashing, climbing up. And well, this time he succeeded. He should be quite a bit of effect of Bowman Steel despite missing Soro Bash. Maybe 30 to 40 seconds. Going for Terror Break, so no juggle, going straight towards C-Jump, and excuse me, Lion, your turn.
So Matter's gonna be going over and now doing his Zara Bash as Lusther has made his way up to the this charge jump tree. Gonna be going for Terror Break here. With save anywhere. Yep. Gonna be doing this Zara Bash strat. This is a bit faster, but Matter gets it first try. So he's made up some time here, but unfortunately is gonna have to climb this wall as the bird didn't quite go with the rocket jump, so that's a bit of extra time loss. But Lusther is gonna get his Terror Break and make his way up to the Sunstone. Matter make his way through Sorrow. Only has 4 HP, and all these spikes will kill him in one shot. So unfortunately, doesn't quite get the right angle there, and so he needs to float all the way up here. So even though he got Zarabash first try, he's still going to be not quite making up all the time that Lusther lost there, as doesn't quite have enough energy picking up this extra XP that Lusther doesn't need because he got the other experience earlier.
On the perch of Kuro.
Yep. And so,
Lusther getting Sunstone.
Yeah, it's Sunstone. It skips a 64-second cutscene that nobody really wants to watch. Well, I don't know. Maybe someone does. We don't need Lauren speedrun.
With the charge jump acquired.
Yep. And Matter will now be, unfortunately, going into a hit of spikes. But we'll have a respawn just right before, and we're making his way over to Sunstone as Lusther is now in Misty Woods.
He's a bit tight on energy here. He should have free energy usually, so he might not be very comfortable. Yeah, doing well, playing safety. Oh no, Lusther.
Oh no. So yeah, you could tell there he was feeling probably a bit quite confident with his strats there, being down on energy. So I'm go for one less extra storm cancel there, and then it was just a tiny bit short on the length there. Hit the very final edge of the spikes, and this because he was down on energy, he couldn't save, and so he's gonna save this time, but that put him all the way back to Sunstone where Matter is now. So still a bit of a lead for sure, but it's not over yet, especially if more big deaths come in later, as both the runners, fortunately Lusther takes some extra energy loss, and I believe he. Yeah, only 1 energy currently here, so he's going to make sure that he's playing safe and doesn't take another death that would put him he would still be ahead, but not by much. And so he's not going to go for this cutscene skip, as well he doesn't have the energy to do it, and still some time, and is going to go for a save here after though, and going to pick up this energy crystal.
Is short on energy too here. Only 2 energy instead of 3, so he won't be able to burn energy during the next double, charge dash here. So he goes for the safe strat like Lusther did the first time, getting quickly the keystones, having Misty changing while you're getting the keystones. Lusther has reached the climb tree, while Mattermonkey is following him. There's about 30 to 40 seconds difference between both players. And Misty death can be very expensive. If Lusther dies, he might very well get, wherever Mattermonkey may very well catch him. And, just bring the race back. And it might be very dangerous for Lusther here.
Especially with wanting to use a lot of energy to go fast, means that he is probably not going to be placing many safety saves. Might go for one here in this next section, but when we get to there, but still using extra energy means that, or saving means that you can't quite go as fast. So about 30 to 36 second difference here at the climb tree. Though definitely 1 death could cost a lot, as Matter's Rugged's not going to let him rocket jump, so that's a bit of time loss, but he still has some extra energy, so I could try to use that for just things, as Lusther was also short on energy once again, but is going to be fine, gets this last energy, and gets mini boss killed very quickly. Well
No
done.
mini boss here. There
No
never
mini
was
boss.
a mini boss.
Nope. I don't know what a mini boss is, but it's definitely not something that's here.
And Lusther now getting through into this room so that Misty just changes behind him. He will be rushing with tons of charge dashes here, reaching the teleporter of Valley and then going into Glades. Mattermonkey going through the mid-pulse area, climbing quickly, getting to that non-existing mini-boss. Maybe going to one-shot it too with the Bang Zoom strategy. And he missed Bang Zoom, so he will be losing a little bit of time, but it's nothing dramatic. Still, Lusther entering BRB now, like we've said before, going to open this door with a little glitch here. Saving while holding the lever just causes the door to open up continuously, and so he won't have to open it back when he will be coming. But, well, when he will be coming back from Grenade, rather. Now reaching the end of BRB where Grenade he is, sadly not making the cycle, no problem for Lusther. He's still very much ahead and he knows it. Skipping one more cutscene and I will be going straight for Grenade with tons of energy for charge dashing. Mattermonkey has entered BRB2. He will be doing the same thing Lusther did, placing the save, holding the lever, dying to have the door open, and now reaching quickly for Grenade, while maybe making the cycle here. Oh no. Will he? No, he won't.
Look at the cycle, but we'll still be having a lead here, makes the way out, and not confident with this cycle either, so not going to be going this G-jump, or this rocket jump here. Lusther also at the cutscene did pick up Ultra Magnet, which means that any pickups that are dropped, he will be able to get them, so he won't have to slow down for any extra energy, so it just saves a tiny bit of time here, which is really nice. Doesn't matter, let's skip the cutscene as well. But this Lusther is teleporting over to Swamp to make his way to the final escape in Mount Haru. So just a few minutes left, as you can see there, extra energy that he's going to be able to get here with Ultra Magnet, and will have plenty of energy to make his way through the escape. See if he chooses not to go for the extra health cell, I believe. So we'll be doing that. And we'll just be making his way through
Will
Haru
be maybe
Fields.
saving though.
Yeah, wait for a grenade jump here. Has a lot of energy, so see if we see a warm skip from Lusther. Did get a lucky health drop after getting hit there, so his health is fine if he chooses to go for warm skip with Ultra Magnet. So we'll see with that, and it's Mattermonkey's makes way over to Haru Fields as well as door up on the left
First try.
or on the right side, gets it first try.
Mattermonkey is now going through the Oru plains to ready to reach Mount Oru, doing maybe, I don't know if he will do the same grenade jump Lusther did. Lusther going with the blind movements on the final escape thanks to the oh no, Mattermonkey died thanks to warm skip, sorry. Lusther breaking the wall, climbing. Mattermonkey just, well, kinda missed the grenade jump. He tried to go with a backup strat, but he failed it, sadly. Lusther died during the escape. This is very worrying.
So he chose after dying in the escape to reload and do warm skip again, because if you don't do that, there are some boulders that stay into place because of the weird state that the game goes into after you start this, after you skip this cutscene. So I wanted to make sure that he wouldn't get like soft locked out of the escape, and so reloads there, and will now be going through the second attempt at the escape, as Matter is at the Haru Door, so still lead here of around a minute Lusther, but if he takes another death here, it definitely Matter definitely would have a chance. So gets through the fish area fine in the swim, doesn't get hit by the rock, and will be making his attempt at the grenade jump in just a second here. Go to the lower position and gets it.
GG Lusther.
Pushing with the high 31 as Matter's made his way into the final escape. No warm skip this time. matter, but will be going through his escape, finishing not very far behind.
Yeah, Mattermonkey going through final escape with, well, the usual movements, not doing the blind movements here. Going very quickly, he has a lot of energy, so he should be able to burn quite a bit of energy to charge dash here and there, which, well, gives him very fast movements. He's now diving straight into the poisoned water. He has 6 HP, so no worries. On the fish cycle here, climbing quickly, ready to do this last grenade jump. Placing himself, he's well set up, maybe a little low. No, that should be fine. Grenade jump. And it's the end for Monkey GG. Lusther has a 31:49, pretty good time, but maybe not what he expected. Funny thing is that his new strat just didn't do anything to him, like he succeeded at everything. What he missed was the strats he's been doing for very long. Like his death in Misty was pretty expensive, pretty costly. Mattermonkey may be doing the hops here. No, just run with Naru.
It's going to run and finish the final time of 32:46. So just under a minute difference at the end. So definitely, if Lusther made a few more mistakes, definitely could have changed that race at the end. But Lusther will be coming out here with the win in this match and moving on to the quarterfinals and match up against Morix in the next round, which we'll get to when we bracket in just a minute. But now we do
It
have
looks like
both.
both players are ready for an interview here.
Yeah.
Lusther and Mattermonkey joining us for an interview, post-match interview. GG guys, these were pretty good runs.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Well, both of you, were you expecting the kind of performance you've shown us today? Were you expecting better times maybe?
I'm gonna start with you. Actually, I was expecting some a time like that. Like I knew, like at I'm basically at the beginning of the week, like I've been incorporated like a lot of strat, a lot of new strat, and I knew that it would cost me some consistency on the first week at least. I hope it's gonna be fixed on the second week, but that's basically what what I feel I had to do if I wanted to win the next bracket. So yeah, I was expecting a time like that.
Mattermonkey with a 32:40 something. Were you expecting that?
I mean, it could have gone better. Lusther's time wasn't as fast as my PB, so I was kind of in with a chance. But it was just too much spaghetti. No catastrophic mistakes, but just like moderate ones everywhere. Yeah.
Those mistakes can add up and can take some extra time out for sure. Yeah, still, what's a decently close race for, well, a while though. So, actually, I also wanted to ask about like after, kind of through the early game, there's some mistakes, especially in just before double jump with first dying for the ghost door and then getting one framed on the grotto cycle. So are you feeling about that, and like are you really a bit nervous after like making some mistakes there at the start?
Actually, I was pretty nervous at the beginning, I think, like mostly BRB and just to calm down the rest. I don't know how that death happened at the ghost door. Like it's like
Yeah,
just I don't know. Just some flaps, I guess. And then yeah, one frame. Unfortunately, I think I lost a lot of time on that. But actually, like surprisingly, that actually cleaned my nerves.
Mhm.
Like I was just, it's surprising, but I was just more calm after that. So I guess it's a win-win condition.
Did getting the post floats just act on your nerves? Did it have some kind of impact?
I guess so. It's the first time I do it in actual race, and I had to do it on 2 HP, which is a backup for me. So, but yeah, BRB was kind of stressing, but I mean BRB is always stressing, even before that with the old strat. Like, it always have been like, if I die, I lost 40 seconds. Damn. Anyway.
Mattermonkey, your early game looked pretty okay, a few flops here and there, but nothing too dramatic. Well, did missing the cutscene stack in BRB had some kind of impact on your mindset early on?
I mean, I guess that was the first of a lot of mini mistakes, like the death after Ghost Door in double jump. And then I jumped straight past the Ginzo entrance at one point instead of landing on it. That was pretty weird. Stuff like that. But I wouldn't say it changed my mindset that much. I think at least I tend not to be that affected by nerves. I just make mistakes about as much as I always do. You know?
Yeah, understandable. Since we're still on the topic of mistakes, you've both, said hi to Kuro when going for Charge Flame. Was there something that went wrong here for both of you?
I think I tapped left like once too much. I felt like it was gonna fail as I did it, and it did. So yeah.
Yeah, kinda the same. Like I tapped left one more time, which was a bit too much, and I knew it's gonna fail as well. But sometimes you need to prove that this cutscene exists, so it's not a bad thing.
Sometimes you just need to see some lore. Sometimes, if you speedrun too much, you maybe forget about what happens in the game. You just want to remember who Kuro is.
Further into the run, there were a heavy death for Lusther in Misty, and that happens after missing Thorobash once. Did you feel like maybe Mattermonkey was going to catch up at this moment, or did you know that he was behind you still? Were you watching the stream?
I didn't knew he was behind because I was not watching the stream. But at this point, I knew I was ahead on. I mean, if he could have been ahead on a very, very good pace, but on tournament setting, etc., it can be so hard. The moment I realized like I could like actually be behind is when I took this damage on the slime before the laser cycle on the way to grenade, and had to wait for literally every cycle. So that and the death in the escape escape. Actually,
Mattermonkey, I seem to remember that you were watching the stream, so maybe you had some, little moments of hope sometime when seeing Lusther dying and you catching up by, like, leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it was definitely encouraging to see the Misty death. I might even have been like neck and neck with him at that point if my sorrow hadn't been such a mess. But yeah, it's good to know I wasn't completely out of the race. It's encouraging. But yeah, I was never ahead really since the very early game, like double jump.
Yeah, and you've shown us a very good run since, well, we know you haven't had that much time to practice. So really it was pretty nice performance from you. Lester, your next opponent is Primarex. We know you've been practicing strats to win against him. You have some new stuff you're ready to add to your run, or will you add new things? And also, are you feeling confident in the next match?
I don't think I had new things because at that point that will cost consistency and I can't in 1 week make up for this. But I had it like all that I wanted to had the previous week, so now I need to work on consistency and hopefully like that would be a very hype match because I've been waiting for that. Like I've been preparing for this match only. You know, we'll see. Hope it will be exciting.
Yeah, this is going to be a BO3, so I think there will at least be one match that will be very close.
Yeah, I hope so.
Lion, I don't know if you wanted to ask more questions.
Oh, that's one last question for Matter with lost in this match. This is your last match of the tournament. So, but just ask like your thoughts on getting at least winning the first match and getting the round of 16, and still thoughts on like how you performed and just your general level of skill in this tournament.
Well, it's been a fun time. Making it to the top 16 feels pretty good. In terms of what will happen next, I know I can get a 30 on a good run, so I'll probably push to get a 30 PB and then maybe take a longer break until the next time someone organizes a tournament, and then I'll come back probably. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think that's it for us for this match today. So the next matches of the restream that we're gonna have for the bracket, there will be one match as early 10 a.m. UTC tomorrow morning will be G Silver versus Infinite, and then which is about 12 hours after this one started, so about 11 hours 40 and 12 minutes from now, and then in about 20 hours or so at 7 p.m. UTC we have to do versus Cleanfell, which is the final match of the round of 16. So and then next week we'll be getting into the quarterfinals. But for this match, I'm gonna say you to everyone who has helped out. Thank you to Sarah Barron for helping us out with tracking and stats and the scenes, and to do for the restream and for making sure that everything works out and behind the scenes, and as well for Upso for commentating with me.
Yeah, thank you too for being there with me.
Yep, and thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.